Hi, I'm David Tuck, the co-founder and CEO here at Mayday. Excited to show you why Mayday has been called a multi-entity must-have for Xero. So who are we for? We are for finance teams of multi-entity businesses who use Xero as their accounting system, who are grappling with the pains of being multi-entity. We help you with three things. The first is your intercompany balance sheet recs. What are you having to do today? You're having to manually match up the balances between your entities to check that they align, switching between Xero files. And if the balances don't align, you're having to interrogate the relevant transactional reports from Xero to find the one-sided, the asymmetrical postings that are the root cause of that discrepancy. Our product balancer eviscerates that manual work because it enables you to match the relevant intercompany balances between your entities, either by account code or by contact, where you have intercompany AR and AP. And then with our balancer product, you'll see at any particular date whether or not those balances align. No more switching between Xero files to check, converting between currencies. We've done all of that for you. Where the balances align, you get the nice reassuring green background, either in this list view or in this lovely matrix view. Then, if there's a discrepancy, this is where the magic really happens, because no more interrogating those transactional reports in Xero. Instead, Mayday has done all of that for you magically with our intelligent matching engine, automatically matching up the transactions between the entities, matching one-to-many where relevant, converting across currency where relevant. So you think you can immediately see the one-sided postings that are the root cause of your discrepancy and resolve them accordingly. A couple of other things we're also helping you with in Balancer, where you have different base currencies involved. There'll always be a discrepancy because of the FX movement. Now you can one-click post that FX adjustment back into Xero. Sometimes you'll have to charge interest on your intercompany loans. No more interest schedules for you. Instead, you can just set the interest rate that needs to be applied. We'll calculate the interest for you, and then you can one-click post that interest back into Xero. So that's Balancer. Then we have Mayday Recharger. So this is where we've got costs or revenues in one of our entities, some or all of which relate to one or more other entities in the group. And today we're having to interrogate those transactions, identify the ones that relate to other entities, and then go and manually calculate and post the recharges back into the other entities in the group. Typically, we find this can be a day or two's worth of manual work as part of month end. But the scale is according to the size of the group. We've got one customer where we saved over 2 weeks on their month end close by them being able to automate this with Mayday Recharger. Because now we've got recharge rules. So think the bank rules in Xero applied to your intercompany charges, pointing the rule at the relevant transactions in Xero, using any combination of these conditions to match it to the relevant transactions. Then telling the rule what needs to happen to the transactions that it matches. Using any methodology you want to split some or all of that amount between one or more other entities within the group. Create our rules for all of our different recharge situations, do that once as part of setup. And that then means you can easily make any tweaks if there are any changes over time. But running your recharges after that point is as simple as choosing the period you want to run your recharges for. You then get this. This is like a multiplayer sales tax return for your intercompany charges. All of the different transactions pulled through from Xero, and in line with the conditions you set, the relevant recharge rules applied. So now all you need to do is run down this list and make sure you're happy with how all of the different transactions are being treated. They're all one click away in Xero. If you need any more information about any one of them, you also need flexibility to be able to override the relevant recharge treatment being applied. You complete your review, you're happy with how everything's being treated, you jump through, then you've got all of your different recharges within the group. You choose how you want it posted, and then you one-click post both sides simultaneously back into Xero. So taking that big, laborious job of intercompany recharging and reducing it down to a 5-minute tick box task, 98% plus time saving. And then finally, we've got this situation where we have a bank transaction in one of our entities, some or all of which relates to one or more other entities in the group. And so what are we having to do today? In that situation, we're having to switch between zero files, find the relevant bill or invoice, create it where it doesn't yet exist, mark it as paid to the relevant intercompany code. Then we're coming back in and we're reconciling this off to the corresponding intercompany code. So much manual pain, so easy to just do one side of it and end up with intercompanies that don't balance. Or worst case scenario, a bill gets paid twice because it's still shown as outstanding in the other entity, even though it's been paid by another entity in the group. Now all of that is a thing of the past, thanks to our product BRAG, bank reconciliation across the group. All within the zero bank rec that we know and love. One of our users said that BRAG makes the best screen in Zero even better, because you've now got the Mayday tab, which quite simply is the match and create functions of the regular zero bank rec on a multi-entity basis. So I can now match that bank transaction to the relevant bill, create it if it didn't exist, and when I press continue, that will mark that bill as paid in Mayday North London. It will populate the relevant intercompany code over here, all in a single click, all without switching between zero files. Incredibly proud of the results that we deliver for our users. Troy Swanson said, there's software we tolerate, software we appreciate, software we love, and then there's Mayday. So excited to work with you. Please do sign up for the 30-day free trial.